Good morning. Welcome to Cannes. I'm Vincent Portier. I'm Chief Operating Officer of Captify. Captify is a British company which has become, in just a few years, the global leader in search intelligence. Programmatic started a few years ago, and it mainly started with performance campaigns and performance advertisers. And what happened in the last 2 years in the United States, and especially the last year in Europe and mainly in the UK, is a huge migration of offline money into brand programmatic. And it is mainly due to the fact that the largest historical advertisers, that is the FMCG companies, maybe the consumer goods companies, the car companies, the telecoms companies, have started to understand that not only is online and display a very safe environment, but they now have the metrics, the analytics suites, the brand safety tools, the viewability measurements, and also the formats such as video and expandable, etc., which they can deliver programmatically, and that explains a huge growth of programmatic, which is mainly powered by the brand money. Yeah, the trends, in terms of brand programmatic growth, what you see really is a certain verticals which emerge more than others, and it's actually quite simple. More or less, the very large TV advertisers are the ones which actually are pouring a lot of brand money into programmatic. They've been looking at the migration of audience away from classical offline media into digital for years. And for years they've been frustrated because for years they haven't found the safe environment, the ability to measure, the analytics that they were used to for the last 40 to 50 years in the TV world. And now that they can see that, they are going without an hesitation into that environment. So what kind of verticals? You're talking mainly consumer goods, so very, very large marketing companies in consumer goods, but also cars, telecoms, pharmaceuticals, and basically most historical TV advertisers worldwide. On a global scale, it's more or less assessed that about half of the worldwide programmatic market lies in the United States. UK clearly stands as a distant second, but it's really leading the way versus the distant third and fourth. You would argue, so US is first, then UK, as I said, 2 to 3 to 4 Western European markets. Australia has now reached the size more or less of the French market. And you obviously have a lot of activity in China and in Japan, but these are very specific and very different markets. The rest of the world is looking into it. It is appearing everywhere, but the numbers are still very small. But they are not going to stay very small for very long. So I think the next frontier, or the next stage really for brand programmatic and for programmatic business in general, because the next stage of programmatic is brand programmatic, and the next stage of brand programmatic is probably when advertisers will be confident that they had fixed and resolved the chasm between the different media. And this is exactly what is happening. So the cross-media challenge, the ability for advertisers to understand and find the audiences which they are familiar with off media, offline, and find them online, know which audiences offline are actually going into online, and start harmonizing the tools of measurement which will give them a pure and fundamental cross-journey, cross-media view of the customer journey is going to be the next frontier. And in a few years' time, frankly, everything will be programmatic. There will still be a few deals, private deals and things like that. Everything will be programmatic, and I think the difference and the old distinction between offline media and online media will have disappeared.